Hi, I'm Dee, and welcome to my channel, Deelovelylife, where I encourage others with hope and positivity as a family caregiver and homemaker. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, hi, I'm a full-time caregiver to my mom, Jenny, aka known as Queen G. I have a caregiving series listed in the playlist in my description box. I dedicate these types of videos for anyone who is looking for advice, tips, or a peek into a life as a family caregiver such as myself. My channel is a little bit of a variety. I kind of share on the daily about cooking, gardening, decluttering, cleaning, planning, and also caregiving. Today, I wanted to share with you how I plan for my mother's care as a caregiver. This summer has been fully packed. We traveled to take Queen G, my mom, back to our other home in Las Vegas to spend time with her family. Then we got the big sick, in which we were terrified, but in reality, we were confident and prepared. Luckily, we all had mild symptoms. As her daughter and caregiver, I made sure I kept an eagle eye on her vitals throughout the days until she was fully recovered. We were very lucky, and I'm not gonna lie, I was still worried not knowing if her condition would have changed drastically overnight. It didn't, thank goodness. She felt better in a matter of days. The summer has been filled with going out with our family while they stayed with us. Each day it seemed we took my mom out of the house. I had to make sure she got enough sleep and rest just to keep up. Wheelchair time is a lot of pressure on the tailbone, bottom, and back. I try not to have her go over 6 hours in her wheelchair if it's possible. But sometimes if we're out and about, it's difficult. It's been a very fun-filled summer thus far, and here is a peek into my planning. Planning as a family full-time caregiver is essential to any caregiver. Full-time, part-time, whatevs. I'm a planner. I'm a to-do lister. Anything to keep my day organized and on track is a must for me. I've always included my planning and planner in my videos if you want to check that out. In this video, I wanted to better demonstrate my thought process. Do what works for you. And I don't know why I want to say for you, boo. Never mind. I just wanted to share to other caregivers out there in YouTube land how I plan, especially for the summertime as a caregiver. How's this for better demonstration? Huh? Just kidding. Okay, so every day I have a morning and night routine that doesn't change. On the left-hand side, it'll say morning AM routine, which consists of change my mom, or what I like to call refresh, prepare her breakfast, and then she brushes her teeth, wash face, brush hair, and then I perform all the vitals for her to see where she's at in the morning, and then I administer her medication. That happens every single day of the week. Nighttime PM routine consists of change, a refresh, brush teeth, wash face, vitals, and administer medication before she goes night-night. Just to keep this easy and simple, I'm going to share a typical Monday and Tuesday planning. First column is going to be the planning for their care. The second column will demonstrate my own to-dos for that day. Do you see it in yellow on top? Just so you can see how my thought process works when deciding what to do and when to do it. After her morning routine, she likes to rest for a bit and catch up on her favorite TV shows, such as sewing and cooking. That's when I like to hand her an arm weight and get her to exercise while watching her shows. Afterwards, I need to trim her nails, so that's what I call a manicure kind of time, especially after her arm exercises. But then it's time to do her normal bed exercises without the help of a second assistant person. Then it's lunchtime. It's a great idea to plan their meals out for the week as well. I'm telling you, it reduces the stress for you. Believe me. I have videos on that too in my created playlist. After lunch, I try to turn everything off or play relaxing music enough to settle the mind, rest the eyes, and hopefully, with fingers crossed, will turn into a nice nap. If not a napping state, then I like to turn on the TV at least down to a low. Once my husband arrives home from work, I refresh her and then we transfer her from bed to wheelchair. Since it's summertime, we usually enjoy sitting under the tree in our backyard garden. Or we like to take strolls in our neighborhood, see what's up. Or if it's too hot, we'll play games at the table to keep her entertained and keep her cool. Then it's dinner time. Barbecuing, eating dinner outside on our patio or inside. And then after dinner, she's pretty tired, so we'll watch a movie of her choice before we start on our nighttime routine. Now, onto the right column under to-dos. This is how I like to plan around her day and how it's orchestrated. Before she even gets up on Monday, do you see me time? That is so critical as a caregiver. You have to make some time for yourself. It is possible. Make it happen. After me time, it's showtime is what I call it. It's her morning AM routine. And then after she's done with that and she's watching her shows, it allows me to do the laundry, the dishes, the house chores, whatever I can do during that time that she's occupied, all the way up to lunchtime. While she's eating lunch though, it allows me to either take the time to work on my YouTube channel, or I have my own lunch, and it also allows me to prep for whatever I need to get ready for that dinner later on. All the way until my husband gets home from work. It's showtime again. It's when together we get my mom transferred out of the bed into the wheelchair. It's wheelchair time, which is basically family time until dinner time. And then it's movie time, TV time, all the way up until her nighttime routine. Once we get done with her nighttime routine, she goes to sleep, and that's when my cleanup time is. I do dishes, and then I wait for her to actually fall asleep. So I'm watching her on the baby monitor. When she's asleep, then I can turn off everything and I can go to sleep myself. On to Tuesday. To change it up a bit, listen to her Audible book or listen to her music, her choice. Then we get into core exercises, writing skills, and I'm going to give her a sponge bath. After lunch, we're going to call her sister. And after that, she's going to be so content and so relaxed from her sponge bath that she's going to want to take a nap before we take her out to dinner. Hey, she already took a sponge bath. She's ready. As for myself, I plan to do the laundry, dishes before she even wakes up that morning, because knowing that I have to plan to help her do her core exercises, writing skills, and sponge bath, I won't have any time to do nothing else until after our lunch. When she's on the phone with her sister, I take that time to tidy up nearby in the kitchen and living room, keeping an ear out on their conversation, just in case my mom has a question or needs assistance with the conversation. Afterwards, we do another refresh, and she's usually tired for her nap, which allows me to finish up with the laundry and then take a break until my husband gets home from work. Then it's time to get her ready, dressed, and transferred into her wheelchair so we can go out for dinner. After dinner, she's completely wiped out, which leads to a movie night. Now, of course, this is the plan, but as you have experienced, anything can and will happen unplanned, and that's okay. Try not to get frustrated or stressed out that your plans have changed unexpectedly. It's okay. I just try to plan the best that I hope will happen for the week. But plans change accordingly to their needs of care, and that's our priority. For example, an unexpected sponge bath 2 days in a row, or not feeling well, or they're too exhausted and they want their rest kind of days. If that happens, I just adjust my plans that seems more practical and appropriate for that day. And this goes for the caregivers too. Some days we don't feel well and we're feeling burned out. In that case, make it where you can give yourself more breaks and rest. It's okay not to do all the things during the day on your to-dos. Just as long as your loved one is comfortable and safe, you make your own day as you need to. That, my dear friend, is so important. Here's an example of a weekend during summertime. I like for us to go on an outing during the weekend if the weather permits. So summertime, anything and everything is more available for us to enjoy. After the morning routine, as shown here, it's a sponge bath, shampoo, get mom ready and packed up to go to the zoo, the beach, a park, the fair, a local festival. You get the idea. Then before we get home, while she's still in her wheelchair, we stop for an early dinner, or what we call dinner. Then she is done from all the fun that day and it's straight back into her bed. She does her night routine and then goes to sleep. For me on a weekend, I like to wake up super early to get some much needed me time. I read or listen to an audible book. I watch YouTube. I do my nails, work on my planner. I can take a walk, work in my garden, my happy place, or spend time with my spouse before my mom even wakes up. Then we complete the morning routine, and the rest of the day, it's family time until we return home from our outing. Mom's asleep, then it's quality time with the spouse. We usually watch a movie, play a board game, or just hang out. For Sunday, I plan to give my mom some much needed rest after yesterday's all-day outing in her wheelchair the day before. I try to keep a healthy balance for her in mind, making sure she has a day to catch up on rest. It's an R&R kind of day, including naps. She can watch TV, YouTube, or a movie. She can listen to music or listen to her audiobook, whatever she wants to do. We have lunch. It's refill her meds day for the next week. And then we usually call a family member, or if we're lucky enough, we can catch a FaceTime. The rest of the day, she relaxes and I refresh and we eat snacks and we'll have a good time and just relax. And then it's dinner time, either in her room or at the dinner table. Her choice in how she feels. If she wants to eat in her room, we will join her by bringing in our TV tray tables and we still eat together. Then we relax after dinner until we end the day with her night routine. Sunday for me is to sleep in that morning if I can. Side note, I have to reposition my mom throughout the night and morning, so I wake up 3 times during the night to do so. I also keep a baby monitor nearby my bedside in case she calls for me. So morning routine is completed, and afterwards, while she relaxes, I take the time to do some house chores or, yard work with the spouse, those kind of things that you got to do on the weekends. And since my husband is home, I totally take advantage and I take this day to run errands, either for the house, like grocery shopping, or getting some supplies for my mom, just to get out of the house, if you know what I mean. I crank up the music in the car, I open up the sunroof, and find joy in everything possible during those errands. Then it's back to the house. I make our dinner, we relax until her night routine, and goes to sleep. All the while, I plan for our next week. As it's summertime, weather plays such a huge role. There are so many returning events locally to enjoy now. I try to Google them and make note of such things we can do each weekend. We love to barbecue and hang out in our garden for most evenings, so I set up cornhole toss, which gets her arm moving. She engages, and it's super fun for her and us. If it gets too hot, we stay inside. We play Yahtzee, left, right, center, dominoes, bingo, or watch a movie to stay cool. Hot summer weather also means more sponge baths or showers, shampoos, and not to mention haircuts. And that creates more laundry, and you need to just take more breaks for yourself as a caregiver during this time. Mainly, summer is a lot of change in care for some. As we move into fall and winter, there will be more staying in the house, keeping them warm and safe from colds, flu, and lifting their spirits up during the holidays. Well, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you're a family caregiver like myself, I hope this somehow gave you some encouragement, some ideas, useful information, suggestions, whatever it may be. Make sure to check out the playlist down below for the rest of the videos in the caregiving series. If you haven't done so already, click on the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, but most importantly, remember to take care of yourself. Until the next one, bye! Don't go anywhere. There's plenty of more videos if you click on these, especially if you're a caregiver or just curious.